It's probably best this time of year to refrain from complaining about how busy you are to any livestock farmer you might meet, unless you yourself are a livestock farmer or a bird trying to raise a brood here in New England. I too try not to whine, at least not out loud, as I rush about my day, trying to get everything done that needs to get done to keep our brand new chicks, lambs, and piglets alive and out of trouble. At first it's easy, so long as they're warm, fed, and safe from predators, keeping everybody alive as a piece of cake. Then they grow bigger, stronger, louder, and braver, testing the fence, the gates, the water trough, the tractor, the laws of gravity, and ultimately my patience. It's as if the better job I do at keeping them healthy, the more energy they have with which to drive me insane. As I feel my life careening out of control like a car crash in slow motion, I take great solace knowing that I'm not the only one. That in fact every bird I see is feeling pretty much the same. We're all struggling to stay one step ahead of the weather, our growing brood, and the number of hours allotted to us each day. This afternoon, as I was installing temporary fencing so I could move the lambs to a new area to graze, just to keep them from breaking out of the old one, I knew full well that moving them wouldn't solve the problem for long, that as soon as the grass was greener on the other side, these lambs would figure out a way to get back there. Exasperated, I looked up just as a blue jay flew past me with a piece of hay in his beak. He was clearly in a rush, and totally focused on getting his mate the building material she needed for their nest. His work this summer is just beginning. Mine, at least, is part way through. First, he would have the mad rush to find all the materials to build a nest so she could lay her eggs. Then as soon as the eggs hatched, he'd be working overtime to keep the hatchlings fed. Not far from the cedar tree that hides the blue jay's new home, a pair of bluebirds were scouting out the bluebird house that Ann and I made for them a few years back. The male perched outside the house and waved his wing repeatedly. The wing wave is the male bluebird's signal to the female to come and see. It means he's found a nice spot and he wants her approval. Perhaps I'm projecting a bit, but I swear I could see the fatigue in his waving wing. Come on, this one's perfect. It has everything you said you wanted. Can we please stop looking now? Later in the day, while refilling the water trough that the piglets had flipped over again, I saw a robin swipe a juicy worm from the muddy edges of the pig pasture. Since she didn't immediately swallow it, I figured she's probably bringing it back to the nest filled with hatchlings. Shutting off the water, I called out to her, "I'm sure they'll appreciate all you've done for them when they have hatchlings of their own." The chimney swifts chattered as they went frenetically past. If speed is any indication of their productivity, I can't imagine all the things that they get accomplished in a day. A finch has moved into and completely remodeled the old robin's nest on the transom above our front door. She collected dog hair from the dog bed on the porch, wool from below the skirting table where we sorted last fall's sheep shearing, and some brilliant blue baling twine I'd discarded by the fence line. There really wasn't anything wrong with the old robin's nest, but clearly she wants to make it her own. When the sun started to set, I checked to make sure all the chickens had returned to the coop and then locked them safely inside. A great horned owl flew off, disappointed, I'm sure, to have seen me coming. As the sky got darker, the swifts started to drop down into our chimney for the night, and some bats emerged from somewhere to take over as their night shift began. The finch on the transom was settled in with her 3 hatchlings and watched as I called our dogs inside for the night and shut the door. "Sweet dreams," I said, switching off the porch light and leaving her in total darkness. "Rest up, 'cause tomorrow's another day."